Hi, I'm Allyce. Today we are making a project from my new book, My Style, My Place. We're going to be making Luck of the Draw boxers. Here's the page from my book. Here's the project. It's a type of reverse applique method we're going to be using. Here's another example in a tank. We use the print from the boxers for the reverse applique. The supplies that you need today are a pair of men's knit boxers, 1/8 of a yard of printed fabric, a marking pen, and a Sharpie marker. The first thing you need to do is pick the area of the motif that you want to cut out and leave an inch and cut around it. Now that I have my applique cut out, I'm going to zigzag around the edge to keep it from fraying. Use your zigzag stitch and a 2.0 stitch length and a 3.0 width. Okay, here's my finished piece. After you're done zigzagging, use a marking pen to trace the outline where you want your stitching line to be. Once you've done that, use your Sharpie marker to trace over the line you've just drawn. Put it over a piece of paper so you don't bleed through. This will show you where your stitching lines will be on the back side. See, now you can see where your stitching lines will be. Next, you need to turn your boxers inside out. And take your motif and put it right side to wrong side on the boxers in the spot that you want. And make sure the motif's right side up. And tape or pin in place.
SKIF gets a lot of inspiration from nature, from the environment, the world around. The designer, Nina, she really looks to like Asian, Japanese culture. She really pulls a lot of inspiration from them. But mostly like it's customers, it's people, colorful art world that surrounds us. So the design process around here is very not textbook. I mean, it's nothing that you learn in like the fashion schooling that you would have. Very free form. It's a lot of trial and error. Basically, the patterns are made by hand. We don't use any sort of technology in making the patterns. It's all numbers. 50 rows down could make a front, or 100 rows could make a sleeve. And everybody puts in their thoughts, ideas. It's a really collaborative effort as far as like a whole SKIF team. Nina is the owner and the designer, but many of the girls here and many of our customers will come to us and say, hey, how about try this, or I really saw this sweater that I liked, and we kind of try to incorporate everybody's ideas into the design process. Some of the styles we have here at SKIF are multifunctional. You can wear them a couple different ways. This is one of the most popular styles. It's called the Akira, and this would be the first way. I'm actually going to use my pin here. Put your pin through here, the first way. Then take it off. Flip it upside down, becomes more of like a shrug. And use your pin again, wrap it. So it's kind of cool, you get two sweaters in one. So that would be one style like that. And then the other styles, Peevely. This is probably one of our best-selling styles of all time. Just a nice little open cardigan, kind of has a lettuce sleeve finish there. And you can take it, again, flip it upside down. It's like a nice big collar. And another style. People that we deal with, like in New York and things, they don't expect St. Louis to have a fashion-forward, clothing manufacturer that sells to high-end boutiques all over the U.S. We have a large distribution in Japan, so to have something like this here in St. Louis is really unique, and I definitely would recommend that everybody come and check it out, because I'm sure you'll find something that will suit you and something different that you probably didn't even know you could wear. So that's the fun aspect of SKIF.
Now that you have your applique pinned or taped, make sure you don't have it pinned through both layers. You're only going to sew through the top layer. And set your machine to a straight stitch, a 2.5 stitch length. And you're going to stitch over the line that you drew with your Sharpie. And turn your boxers right side out. I stitched 2 rows of stitching for more of a rugged look. Now that you have your threads cut, we need to cut out the window of the boxers so you can see your applique. Separate your 2 layers and make a little hole in the boxers only, not in your applique. And then cut around your stitching lines. The easiest way to do this is to put your hand in the boxers and support it while you're cutting it out. Now you can see your applique. You've just completed your Luck of the Draw boxers. Now that you've learned reverse applique, you can use this on virtually anything, home decor or apparel, and it's fast and easy and a different kind of look.
I'm Sarah, and I have a DIY-style design tip for you. Today I'm going to show you a technique called needle felting. It's a new thing that you've probably seen everywhere as a surface design detail. To do this technique, we'll be using wool roving, which is a wool fiber, and it comes in many different colors. We'll also be using these tools by Clover, some different sized needle punch tools, a brush mat, a mold to make shapes, and some base wool fabric that we can place our design on. Needle felting is a process of punching fibers into themselves to create a felt-like appearance. There are several different techniques that you can use for needle felting. The first one I'm going to show you will be done with the larger tool. First, you take the roving and place it on the mat, and you can make your own shapes. Once I've punched my shape that I want, I take it off the mat and then place it on the item I want to decorate. Let me show you another cool technique you can do with needle felting. I'm going to punch right onto the fabric using the smaller tool and the mold. All you do is take your wool roving and punch it down into the fabric. By using the mold and just punching away, I made a nice heart. Instead of punching the pieces right into the fabric, you can take them to form a 3D flower. Just follow the directions on the mold. Needle felting is really easy, and there are so many details that you can create with this technique. In a magazine, we just saw a top designer use needle felting in a side seam of a skirt. Check out DIYStyle.net for more info on this designer tip.